Question for you. Is technology like smartphones making us dumb? We increasingly rely on technology for information, communication, and even decision making. Some argue that it could be dulling our cognitive abilities, but is it really making us less intelligent or just changing how we think? Hey philosophers, I'm Jonas, and this is Philosophy Friday, a place for everyone to join a conversation about interesting topics. Don't forget to check out the question for next week so you can be part of the conversation. Today's question: is technology like smartphones really making us dumb? Well, on one hand, smartphones give us instant access to information, connecting us to a world of knowledge. On the other, they can be a source of distraction, and some studies suggest overuse can impact memory and attention span. We are also becoming more reliant on our gadgets. Can you tell me how to get to the nearest airport without a map? Are we losing the ability to remember things because we can just look them up? Or are we simply using technology to enhance our cognitive processes in new ways? Philosophers and psychologists have weighed in on the topic. Nicholas Carr, in his book The Shallows, link in the description, argues that the internet is changing our brain structures, affecting our abilities to concentrate and think deeply. Meanwhile, thinkers like Clive Thompson argue that technology enhances our cognitive abilities, allowing us to think more collaboratively and creatively. If you like this content, click the like and subscribe buttons before your brain deteriorates with any more technology use. Let's see what our community has to say. Jared Ray writes, I think that how much people are allowed to access technology with free rein has made society dumber, although I wouldn't describe it as people having lowered IQ or anything like that. To me, it seems like attention spans are a lot shorter, and people have too much useless information, aka brain rot memes. Because of this influx of tech and social media usage, it appears that people, especially kids, are meaner, less creative, etc. Thank you so much for your comments. This community needs you. So what do I think? Well, there is absolutely evidence that shows that technology is changing us, but I wouldn't say it's changing our intelligence. I prefer to say it augments us. For example, Socrates is known for his disdain of writing, but I think that writing is important. Also, I find it telling that the only reason why we know this is because his students wrote it down. Before I had a smartphone giving me turn-by-turn directions, I could get around to more places without using a map. And so you could say that I'm less capable to get around on my own now that I rely on my phone. But it's also true that I can get to more places overall now that I rely on my phone. And not only that, but I have more information about the road ahead, like traffic conditions and road closures, that I may not have had before. So while I may rely more on my phone to get around, I can also use it to get more places. If my phone died, would I be unable to find my way around? Honestly, depending on the place, I might struggle. Probably struggle. That said, I have backup paper maps of my state and country in the event that something happens to the power for long periods of time. Now, before someone calls me a prepper, I don't have a bug-out vehicle, or mountains of ammo, or any ammo, or a gun. But I do think it's a good idea to have some emergency supplies on hand, just in case. Some food, some water, extra toiletries, and a map. You know, this is not exactly where I expected this to go, but I'm going to add a link in the description to the Red Cross Emergency Preparedness Checklist. Tangents aside, technology has made us more capable, but there is a cost, and that cost is dependence on the technology. Is that cost worth paying? Well, as most things, I think that's a question for each individual. In conclusion, I want to share one more community comment that sums up my thoughts way more eloquently than I have. Ultima Lord Kai writes, my answer and view is a little complex. I do not think technology is making us dumber, but it does contain access to more information than the human mind can reasonably filter, as well as providing more instant gratification than our neural systems are used to. Every technology that supplements human limitation has some degree of incompatibility with humanity by virtue of the tech overcoming human ability. Socrates bemoaned the concept of written letters for the fear that it would ruin human memory. From my perspective, modern social media ruins attention. Often, everyday users have follower and following counts that dwarf Dunbar's number, similar to how written word challenges memory. I find this influx of information from a tribe larger than our minds are hardwired to keep track of leads to something of an attention filter that can appear as a loss of intelligence on the surface. We are adapting to one of the largest leaps in mechanical intelligence in generations and struggling to make sense of it. using the same animal software we've had access to for millennia. Invent, bulk, adapt. That is the waltz we've been dancing since Prometheus harnessed fire. Technology is a tool, and like any tool, its impact depends on how we use it. While it can lead to reliance or distractions, it also offers incredible opportunities for learning and creativity. The key is finding a balance that allows us to harness its benefits without letting it take over our lives completely. Thanks for watching, and keep questioning. So what do you think? Is technology making us dumb or just different? Comment below with your thoughts. And if you like this video, then join our conversation for next week about whether or not we should bring back extinct animals. It's people like you who make these videos possible, and the best way to keep this community going is by joining the discussion in the comments.